So I'm going to be doing the Too Spooky Halloween BJD tag. Thought I would dress up for it after being inspired by Denali Wind, and she encouraged me, so I did. This makeup took me so long, and I've decided I'm going to throw out all my old makeup and get new makeup because it was very difficult. But me and Tommy are both here. Tommy I have in this cute dress that Winnie BJD gave to us, and it's not Tommy at all, so I thought I'd dress her up in it because that's pretty cute. She looks like Miss Muffet or something. I need like a little spider to like be with her. Also, I wanted to show you these cute antlers. I got these at a convention this year and they were super adorable. I got these fall ones with the little mushroom, and I got some like spring themed ones. So anyways, gonna get on with the tag. I'm gonna be looking down because I'm reading the questions. Werewolf. How has the hobby transformed you? I don't want to say that I'm more creative because of the hobby. It's more like it's given me an outlet for all the creative things I already wanted to do, but now I can just do them all with my dolls. I can make them clothes, I can paint their faces, I can design them how I want, can write stories. That's a thing that's different, definitely. I haven't written stories since I was like in junior high, and I hadn't thought about writing stories. I hadn't wanted to, and then as soon as I got in the doll hobby, they're just coming out all over. So that's definitely different. So I don't know if that means I'm transformed, but I'm definitely have more ways of expressing my creativity because of the doll hobby. Number 2 is Vampire, the Dreaded Sun. How do you feel about and cope with yellowing, or more generally, the aging of these dolls? Well, I have my dolls upstairs in our bedroom that has like a blackout curtain, and I definitely wouldn't keep them like out where the sun would be hitting them a lot, just because I want them to last as long as possible. I'm not terrified of yellowing. I have some dolls that are yellowed, and even Bellamy, her torso piece is not as yellowed as the rest of her body, but it's not really noticeable, and I don't have any dolls that have uneven yellowing, though I think that would bug me if I did. But I take them outside sometimes to take pictures of them. I'm not like crazy about it, but I am like mindful certainly that I want them to last as long as possible, so I just try to keep them out of the sun as much as possible. Okay, Frankenstein's monsters. Have you ever modded a doll? Tell us about it. If you could magically try any mod without fear of failure, what would you like to do? I have not modded a doll yet. I have some plans. Probably whenever I redo Tommy's face up someday, I'll probably try to make her ears like a little closer to her head, because you can see they're like, she reminds me of Dopey the dwarf in Snow White, because like how much her ears stick out. So I was thinking that maybe through boiling, and I could just like push her ears closer to her head because they stick out a lot. I mean, you don't really notice it when her hair is on, but that's one thing I'd like to do. If there was a project that I could do without fear of failure, I'd probably make Lawrence more masculine, like just taking his cheeks and, you know, have less baby face and more man face. So, zombie. Have you ever caught the marketplace virus? Name some unplanned purchases that jumped out and infected you. The most spontaneous purchase, I think, would be Saburo. I had developed him in my mind for Tommy, and then I was like looking around, and I found his sculpt and was like, oh, that sculpt looks just how I want Saburo to look. I wonder if there's any on the marketplace. And then there was, and it was a good deal. Well, we know how that ended. He's now upstairs on my dollar cabinet. So that'd be like the only spontaneous buy that I've done. Everything else has been really like, I thought about it forever before I did it, and that tends to be how I do everything. So yeah, Saburo would be the most spontaneous, but I still had decided on him before, like, I went on the marketplace and purchased him. Like, I knew which sculpt I was getting, but I didn't know I was getting him then. I just kind of was going to look on the marketplace, and then boom, I was like, oh, he's perfect, and he comes with a bunch of stuff. I'm going to get him. So that's the most spontaneous I've ever been with buying them on the marketplace. All right. Skeleton, what's your favorite body sculpt for get heads? Out of the ones that I own, it'd be tossed up between Tommy and Bellamy. There's a child yelling outside the window. I'm so sorry. I really like Tommy. I'm going to show the doll nudity, watch out. I really love her tummy, like, and her hip bones. I think they're beautiful. But overall, I really like the aesthetics of the doll chateau body that Bellamy has. I just like the lankiness and the big hips and the small bust. I love it. Posing wise, I really like Tommy's body, but for aesthetics, I really like Bellamy's body the best. Which? Name some dolls that are magical. Seeing them on your dashboard inspires you. Can be general sculpts or specific dolls owned by talented friends. Well, there's a lot. A lot of your guys' dolls inspire me a lot. Definitely Winnie BJD's Ridley. I really love her doll. Even now that she's changed to Sculpt, I still love the character and the design and all that stuff. So there's also Denali Wynn's Jane, the first Jane, before she made the new Jane. I love the face up on that doll, and if I had known when she sold it, like if I had the money or had known about it before it was already sold, I would have bought it. I loved that doll, and I'm glad that she's been purchased by Winnie so that we can see her again, because I just love looking at that one. She's so pretty. Ghost, the one that got away. Do any limited or rare dolls haunt you to this day? No. I don't have any dolls that I'm like, oh, I should have. Except for Jane by Denali Wynn. That's the only doll that I've been like, I would buy that doll, and I wouldn't change anything about her. I'd keep her exactly the same. But there's not really any other dolls. There's no limited dolls that I've ever been like. I think it's because when I see a limited doll, I already tell myself, you're never going to get that doll. So don't even get excited. Just turn it off, because it's not ever going to happen. And I think that helps me not like pine after dolls, you know. So yeah, that's that one. Freddy Krueger, what is your worst dolly nightmare? Has it happened or not? Probably if someone stole my dolls. That'd be devastating. Because then they'd be like out there, and like they wouldn't be just destroyed, they'd be like out there, and someone would be touching them. Maybe I have psychological problems, but that would bother me. Someone would have my Tommy, and that would make me upset. And then I hadn't thought about it before, but Winnie BJD said fire, and I was like, holy crap, that would be horrible. I had never thought about fires or natural disasters like that, but that would be also horrible. But I think if someone came in and stole my dolls, I think I would be like if they broke, like, I don't know, that wouldn't, like, I'd be upset, obviously, but I wouldn't be like devastated. But if someone stole them, then I would be like. Jason Voorhees, if you were gonna make Halloween costumes for your dolls, or if you plan to, what costumes would you make? I want to make Lawrence a masquerade costume. It's not like Halloween, it's just like a masquerade, because that's part of his story. And then, like, with Tommy, I don't know, I could make, I imagine her as like a witch. That would be cute, to make Tommy like a little witch. Or it'd be cute to make her cosplay as like a fox or something, like if her and Saburo like had the kigurumis of like a fox and a tanuki. That would be so cute. Chucky, possessed dolls. Have you ever been scared of dolls or a certain doll? Be honest. Not really. I've always liked dolls, and they've never scared me. One time when I was younger, a lot younger, we went to this doll museum and they had thousands of dolls. I don't even remember where it was, but it was like so many dolls. There were just tons of them. And one creepy thing was that they had so many dolls, they couldn't have all of them like in glass and on display. So they had like these drawers that you would pull open and they'd be laying inside. That was a little bit creepy, just the way they were presented. Like, it wasn't really the dolls, it was just the presentation was like they were in the morgue or something, and now they're like pulling them out of the little slots, and it was weird. I remember that, but there's never been like a doll, even like old dolls don't scare me, or ones that are supposed to be creepy are just kind of like meh. I can't think of any dolls in particular that have ever been scary to me. This is my future self popping in to remind my previous self that there actually was a doll that I was scared of when I was about 4. I had this little clown doll that had a styrofoam head and a cloth body, and he had a wind-up crank in his back, and when you cranked it, he would play It's a Small World After All, and his head would tilt back and forth like this, and he was very cute. But one day I was showing my friend my awesome clown doll, and we cranked it, and it started screeching, and its head spun around in circles, and her and I went screaming out of my room to my parents, who thought it was hysterical and continued to crank it. So yeah, that doll I was definitely afraid of. Apparently my mother threw it away. Yeah, that. But it's interesting to note that I then developed a fear of clowns, not of dolls. Maybe if it had been a porcelain doll, I would have had a fear of dolls instead of clowns. Then maybe I would collect clown things instead of doll things. And that's the last question, and that was super fun. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys liked my stuff because it took a long time. Hope you appreciate it. So I hope that more people will do this tag because it's fun and I like the questions. They're really good. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. No. I really try to think about, oh geez.